In 2024, America is witnessing a significant migration wave, with 60% of its population planning to relocate, reshaping states' demographics drastically. This mass exodus is fueled by the pursuit of affordable, less crowded areas amidst pandemic fallout. This video explores the top 10 states experiencing the highest influx, uncovering reasons such as soaring living costs, failing infrastructure, and concerns over safety and quality of life. Join us as we delve into the factors propelling this unprecedented migration trend, highlighting states struggling to retain residents and the dynamics reshaping the American landscape. Number 10. California. California, once a top tourist destination, is now grappling with significant challenges as its population rapidly declines. Over the past year, the state has seen a decrease of 75,400 residents, a trend diverging sharply from projections that anticipated reaching 45 million by 2020 and nearly 60 million by 2040. Several factors contribute to this alarming shift. Foremost among these is the exorbitant cost of living, particularly in housing. The median home price in California has soared to around $800,000, more than double that of states like Texas. This housing affordability crisis is compounded by regulatory challenges and high state taxes, including a top income tax rate of 13.3%, the nation's highest. Consequently, many higher-earning and educated individuals are migrating to states with lower tax burdens such as Texas and Nevada, seeking relief from California's steep financial demands. Governor Gavin Newsom's administration has also faced criticism for exacerbating these issues. Despite efforts to address housing shortages and affordability, progress has been insufficient, further prompting outmigration. The COVID-19 pandemic exacerbated these challenges, claiming lives and impacting the economy, particularly among older demographics. While immigration levels have seen some recovery post-pandemic, they have yet to reach pre-crisis levels, contributing to a net loss in population. California's demographic landscape is further shaped by a declining fertility rate, which has fallen faster than in most other states since World War II. This demographic shift underscores a broader trend where fewer Californians are applying for jobs and seeking asylum, leading to a less competitive labor market and economic strain. Hans Johnson, a noted demographer, emphasizes that while natural decrease plays a role, migration out of the state remains the primary driver of population decline. The implications of California's shrinking population extend beyond demographic shifts. The state faces significant economic repercussions, including reduced tax revenue and strained public services. The prospect of losing additional seats in the U.S. House following the 2030 census underscores a grim outlook for California's political influence and federal funding allocation. Number 9. New York. According to recent census projections, New York City is anticipated to experience a population decline of 78,000 residents in 2024. This estimate has raised concerns among city officials, who argue that the projections did not adequately consider the influx of migrants, resulting in an underestimation. Between April 2020 and July 2023, the city saw a significant decrease of over 550,000 residents, amounting to more than 6% of its population. Officials attribute this decline partly to underestimated numbers of migrants and individuals residing in communal settings like shelters and dormitories. Since spring 2022, approximately 80,000 migrants have entered the city, with 64,600 still under city supervision. Despite initial losses during the pandemic, the city's population seems to have stabilized, with indications of potential growth in the coming years. In 2023, New York City accounted for over 75% of the state's overall population decrease of 102,000. Conversely, upstate New York led the nation in population loss from 2021 to 2023, shedding nearly 15,000 residents. Commuter communities surrounding the city also experienced resident outflows. Long-term developmental uncertainties persist, particularly regarding concerns over widening income disparities and dwindling tax revenues. Research suggests that economic and housing issues are prompting lower and middle-income residents to depart, rather than high-income earners. Policymakers are closely monitoring population shifts to guide resource allocation and funding distribution. A critical consideration is the potential implementation of progressive taxation, where higher-income individuals would contribute more through increased income taxes to support essential public services and infrastructure in areas grappling with significant population changes. Number 8. New Jersey. In the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic, life for many in New Jersey has been dramatically altered. Known for having the third highest household spending in the nation, the state has seen a significant exodus. United Van Line's annual National Mover Study, now in its 47th year, paints a revealing picture of this trend. In 2023, New Jersey topped the list as the leading outbound state, with 65% of moving trucks departing and only 35% arriving. For 6 consecutive years, New Jersey has experienced the highest number of residents leaving the state. The reasons behind this migration are diverse but underscored by economic pressures and lifestyle choices. According to United Van Lines, 21.4% of those departing New Jersey cited a desire to be closer to family, while 27% plan to spend their retirement years in another state. A significant 13.6% sought a higher quality of life, and 16.4% sought new or improved career opportunities elsewhere. Despite New Jersey boasting the highest average annual family income in the U.S. at $92,374, a substantial proportion of those leaving are high earners. Surprisingly, 73.7% of outbound movers report annual incomes exceeding $100,000. Many departing residents, although financially capable of residing in New Jersey, opt for states offering more affordable living and better value for their money. The economic landscape of New Jersey, marked by high living expenses, plays a pivotal role in these decisions. While the state's income levels are robust, the cost of living and housing prices often outweigh the benefits for many residents. As a result, states with lower living costs and perceived better lifestyle opportunities attract a considerable number of New Jersey residents each year. Number 7. Connecticut. Connecticut has been grappling with a prolonged exodus of residents to other states since 2010, marking its 8th consecutive year of population decline in 2019. Over this period, nearly 7,200 residents departed, with a significant portion attributing their move to economic challenges. Cumulatively, 21,191 individuals have left due to these difficulties, contributing to a stagnation in the state's overall population despite natural growth and international immigration. The primary demographic affected includes young adults pursuing higher education opportunities elsewhere, and retirees seeking warmer climates and lower living costs. This population shift has not only impacted Connecticut's demographic makeup, but has also had profound economic implications. The state has experienced a reduction in taxable revenue, with an 8% decline in its peak population since 2010. This demographic shift has strained Connecticut's budget, prompting notable tax increases in response to past deficits, such as those in 2009, 2011, and 2015. The fiscal impact has been stark, with Connecticut's income dropping from $21.3 billion in 2013 to $19.6 billion in 2019 when adjusted for inflation, a significant 17.3% decrease. Similarly, the state's gross domestic product, GDP, saw a decline of 17.8% in 2019 compared to its pre-recession peak in 2007. These economic indicators underscore the challenges faced by Connecticut in maintaining fiscal stability amidst population outflow and economic contraction. However, there is a glimmer of potential reversal due to unexpected factors such as the COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic has prompted shifts in housing demand, potentially drawing new residents who are willing to pay more for homes, thereby injecting vitality into the state's housing market. This influx could have ripple effects on Connecticut's employment landscape and overall economic growth trajectory, offering a potential turnaround from years of decline. Number 6. Illinois. Illinois is currently the third most prominent state in the U.S. for outmigration, following New Jersey and California. Once a magnet for African Americans and European immigrants, its appeal has waned significantly. In 2024, top destinations for Illinoisans relocating include California, 10.8%, Florida, 15.31%, and Texas, 11.49%, with over 75% moving outside of Chicago. Between April 2020 and July 2021, Illinois saw a net loss of over 141,000 residents, with tax burden cited as a primary driver for half of those leaving. The state bears the nation's 10th highest tax burden and the highest effective property tax rate. Additional factors contributing to the exodus are the struggling manufacturing sector, steep housing costs, sluggish immigration, low birth rates, and a trend of college graduates not returning to contribute economically. The financial impact of outmigration is stark, with Illinois losing over $1.6 billion in tax revenue between 2019 and 2020 alone. This reduction in revenue limits funding for crucial areas like education, infrastructure, and community development initiatives essential for attracting new residents and businesses. The COVID-19 pandemic exacerbated these trends, leading to more than usual early retirements and quality-of-life relocations. The exodus primarily affects suburban and rural areas, highlighting a broader geographic shift in population dynamics within the state. Number 5. Louisiana. In the year, Louisiana faced significant challenges with its population, ranking 5th among all U.S. states in terms of population loss. This decline was exacerbated by the coronavirus pandemic, which led to a decrease in births and an increase in deaths. This marks the 4th consecutive year of population decline for Louisiana, with this year seeing the largest decrease in the past 5 years, since Hurricane Katrina forced approximately 275,000 residents to relocate. According to the Census Bureau, the latest estimates reflect a trend of minimal annual growth, the least robust since the state's establishment. Overall, the U.S. added fewer than 393,000 new individuals, translating to a growth rate of around 0.1%. Louisiana has struggled with population declines in 3 of the last 4 years, driven largely by more people leaving the state than entering it. This year's reduction is more than 3 times greater than in any previous year, underscoring the state's ongoing challenges in sustaining its population. The key to offsetting these declines lies in achieving a higher number of births than deaths, a balance that has proven elusive in recent years. The impact of the coronavirus pandemic on Louisiana has been profound, with approximately 7,500 of the roughly 9,000 reported deaths directly attributed to the virus. This spike in deaths further contributed to the state's demographic challenges. Simultaneously, there has been a notable increase in the number of people leaving Louisiana, compounding its population woes. From July 2020 to July 2021 alone, the Census Bureau projects that approximately 30,000 more residents left Louisiana than moved in, highlighting a significant migration trend away from the state. Number 4. Pennsylvania. In 2024, Pennsylvania is experiencing a significant exodus driven primarily by a quest for better job opportunities, exacerbated by the challenges of recovering from pandemic-related job losses. According to a survey by United Van Lines, job prospects rank as the top motivation for migration out of the state. Economic struggles and a lack of employment alternatives are prompting many residents to seek better prospects elsewhere. The state's difficulty in rebounding from pandemic setbacks has been particularly felt in its manufacturing sector, where automation and outsourcing have diminished job availability. Pennsylvania's limited tech and startup environment further deter young professionals and entrepreneurs, who look to more vibrant ecosystems in states like Texas, California, and New York. High taxes and a steep cost of living are additional factors pushing prospective residents towards neighboring states offering more affordable living conditions. Challenges in home ownership, driven by property and income taxes, coupled with a flat income tax structure criticized for its impact on lower-income earners, contribute to the financial strain felt by many Pennsylvanians, particularly in cities such as Philadelphia. The state's cost of living continues to rise, driven by increasing housing, utility, and essential commodity prices, prompting many to consider relocation to states like Tennessee and North Carolina, where living expenses are comparatively lower. Infrastructure deficiencies and concerns over the quality of education also play roles in driving migration away from Pennsylvania. As the population ages and urbanization trends persist, more individuals are opting for retirement in states like Florida and Arizona, attracted by more favorable climates and lifestyle options. Number 3. West Virginia. West Virginia's population faced a significant decline of 3.2% from 2010 to 2020, amounting to approximately 59,000 people leaving the state. The reasons behind this exodus are multifaceted. Many cite a lack of economic opportunities and low wages as primary motivators for relocation. Additionally, inadequate recreational activities, a perceived oppressive political environment, and substandard telephone and internet connectivity further contributed to the population drain. Shockingly, only 79% of households in West Virginia have access to broadband internet, ranking it among the lowest in the nation. Compounding these issues, West Virginia experienced demographic challenges with deaths outnumbering births over the past 2 decades. This demographic shift underscores broader socioeconomic challenges facing the state. In response, West Virginia initiated initiatives such as offering $112,000 cash incentives to rural workers and free permits for a year of outdoor activities to counteract population decline. Despite these efforts, many educators have departed for better-paying jobs, particularly across state lines. Economist Deskins highlights the imperative of understanding why 2,200 individuals left West Virginia, crucial for policymakers and business leaders aiming to foster population growth. Recent economic development projects promising thousands of new jobs are anticipated to attract more residents and families, potentially reversing the state's population decline. These initiatives signal a hopeful path forward, aiming to address systemic issues and revitalize West Virginia's economy and community vitality. Number 2. Maryland. In 2024, Maryland has experienced a significant exodus of residents, as reported by United Van Lines, with outbound moves accounting for 52% of total shipments. Several factors drive people to leave the state, including better job opportunities, higher taxes, retirement, cost of living, education, crime, and traffic. A primary reason for the migration is the pursuit of better career prospects and relocation opportunities, cited by 39% of those leaving Maryland. The remote work trend has empowered individuals to seek locations with lower living costs while maintaining their jobs from home. Maryland's taxation is also notable, with a progressive personal income tax ranging from 2% to 5.75% for higher incomes, prompting some to seek states with more favorable tax climates. Retirement plays a crucial role in the exodus from Maryland due to its high cost of living, which challenges retirees looking to stretch their savings and pensions. Many retirees opt for states with lower living expenses to make their fixed incomes more sustainable. Comparatively, Maryland's median costs for housing, utilities, transportation, and groceries exceed those of places like Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, by a significant 65.4%. This disparity in living costs further incentivizes relocation, particularly for families and individuals looking to improve their financial stability. Education also influences migration trends, with concerns over public school performance in 2024 being a factor. High school failure rates, particularly in urban areas like Baltimore, contribute to families seeking better educational environments for their children elsewhere. Crime is another critical issue, notably in cities like Baltimore, which grapple with high crime rates encompassing muggings, organized crime, violent assaults, sex trafficking, and drug-related activities. The resultant safety concerns lead residents to seek safer neighborhoods or alternative transportation options, aggravating population decline and contributing to traffic congestion and higher motor insurance claims. Number 1. Colorado. Colorado's population has surged in recent years, reaching 5.83 million by July 2022. However, despite its growth, the state has experienced significant demographic shifts. In 2022, more people moved out of Colorado than moved in, marking a 3.2% net loss. Reasons for leaving included retirement, job opportunities, and family considerations, according to a United Van Lines survey. Particularly, Denver saw an exodus due to high housing costs, prompting residents to seek more affordable options elsewhere. Political factors also influenced migration patterns. Some departed due to concerns over crime and the political climate, gravitating towards conservative-leaning states like Arizona, Tennessee, and Florida. This movement reflects broader trends of political polarization and economic incentives driving population shifts away from Democratic-controlled areas. The rise in housing prices further exacerbated migration trends. Many sought cheaper housing options outside of Colorado's pricey metropolitan areas, impacting real estate dynamics. Meanwhile, Colorado Springs maintained a robust conservative base amid its own expansion, showcasing political stability amid demographic changes. The state's political landscape has evolved as Democrats solidified control in the 2010s, potentially influencing policy and demographic trends. While Republicans departed, Democrats relocated, suggesting a shifting political balance influenced by migration patterns. These changes reflect national trends where high living costs, safety concerns, and economic prospects drive people to relocate. States like California face school closures due to migration, highlighting the broader impact of population movements on local infrastructure. Thank you for joining us today. Stay tuned for more insights and updates until next time. If you found this video interesting, please like, share, and subscribe for more information.